Hello and welcome to Lansdowne Roar, Irish football's most interactive podcast. I'm David Dunn, joined by Martin Prendergast. As you can see, I'm in a hotel room in Aveiro. I'll never pronounce the name properly. And Martin's still in his man cave over in London. But you are making your way over, Martin. You are making the journey because you love a bandwagon, don't you? You were planning on going before Ireland. Before the Ireland result against Hungary, though, last week, were you? This is just all sort of, last minute bandwagon
I'm
type thing.
surprised you're not calling me a Ronaldo fanboy or something like that. That's the reason I'm going. I had not intended on going to this game, to be very, very honest. Busy year, big birthdays in the family and everything like that. But yeah, look, Ireland got a result. I'm all about that, supporting the boys in green. So yeah, and I thought, I can't let Dave fly solo, and so I'm going to come over and look after you, and live
Well, know the difference, mate.
live in the shadow of you, where you're. Well, I don't know if you're going to have time for the fans or not. Have you met any of the Raw faithful on your journey so far? We do have a bit of intermittent issues, I think, with Wi-Fi. So Dave might not be able to
Yeah,
consistently hear me. Or he's choosing not to, and I give him a bit of
apology.
abuse. Yeah, I thought so. This is the smartest you've ever sounded on this podcast, Dave, to be honest. So yeah, I'll try and cover it as best I can. So Dave is obviously in Aveiro already. He joined John O'Shea and Mark Canham actually today at the Ireland training camp, just to see their last training session before the. Sorry, Dave, you're back with us. I'm just
I
blabbering
am
away,
back.
telling
I'm just.
everyone how you were at the training camp today with John O'Shea and Mark Canham, but you looked lonelier than Mark Canham at one stage, I think.
I did. Yes, I got here. I have been on the go for 2 days pretty much. And just actually before we get started, because I think we're going to have a lot of new viewers here today who've never seen us do the previous.
It keeps breaking
Hotel.
up. It keeps breaking up with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, some
So
hotel
you
somewhere.
stay in these places, Dave. These dodgy dives.
It's actually a nice hotel. But just the way these things go, Marla, tell you, they tend to always be a disaster for me. So if I drip in and out of the Wi-Fi, I do apologize. The sound quality is not what we normally do, but I've no control over it. And I've been awake since 8 o'clock Sunday morning, and I won't be getting any sleep, Martin, anytime soon. Do you know why?
No, why? Tell me.
Because I have a fucking concert on outside the door. There's some woman
That's
out
it.
there. Sounds like, yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
Celebrating. If I'm
Right
singing
outside
U2
there.
songs today, long-term listeners might be aware that Dave is a big Bono fan.
U2
So
fan.
if they were
U2 fan.
singing U2,
Get it
you'd
right.
be like, oh, my element, put me to sleep, Bono, as he often does. To
I know.
some
If they were singing U2, if they were singing U2, I wouldn't be doing this with you anyway. So just yet again, apologies for the lack of quality, but this is what happens when you travel to the away games. Um, some things are just completely out of your control. So we do dip it out. I do apologize. But as always, we are Irish football's most interactive podcast. We want to hear from you. Are you coming over to the game? Where are you watching it? Tell us, talk to us, ask us a question. We're going to be on, hopefully, probably have about a half an hour worth of chat. Thereabouts anyway. We'll see how it goes. But get involved. This is Irish football's most interactive podcast. Get involved with us. Also, if you head over to our socials, you scan that QR code down the bottom and you head over to our Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter page. And also, we are, of course, on Republic of Ireland Player Tracker as well. So a big hello to you guys. Connor couldn't make it over to Portugal, unfortunately, for this one, but he will be back in September. So I'm looking forward to that, Mark. You see, Martin, unlike you, he actually cares about Irish football.
yeah, but what, me
I'm putting the boot
actually
in.
travelling over? I'm actually travelling over. Okay.
Yeah, I know. But we like Connor. No, he's a good lad. But yes, sorry, going back to what you were saying, we were over in the San Miguel Stadium. So I just got a taxi over from the airport, actually. It was nice. Nice little ground. There's a little picture of it there.
Nice.
Paris, fourth tier of Portuguese football. Trying to figure out actually the name of the club. I probably should have had it done. But yeah, we rode there for the training session. The boys had a bit of a kick around, and then we had a press conference. And You know,
Was it just a
obviously,
kick around, or were they kind of? Was it just like a nothing too technical or anything? They've done the work, haven't they? Was it just like a little bit of a leg
you
loosener?
never see. Well, you never really see the technical stuff. Like how this happens. If you got, for those of you unaware, if you know, I'm a regular these sort of things with Martin. I tell you,
Jesus.
you sit in, you watch the first 15 minutes. It tends to be just the warm ups, that kind of stuff, and then you get the odd drill. But then you are taken away to the press conference area where you just
Hmm. Usually in the bowels of the stadium, they kind of hide you away, don't they? Sorry, the Wi-Fi again, Dave. That's fine. I have been lucky enough to be at a few press conferences before the matches. I was at Wembley for two of them actually. Quite enjoyable to see. Uh, for Trapattoni, I think it was the one when Shane Long scored. I went to the pre-one of that actually. It was pretty cool. So yeah, I've had that experience myself. Yeah, I know how it works. Yeah, 15 minutes is kind of public, so you can kind of see things, and it kind of lets you read into what the potential lineups will be and or starting lineup is, especially if they go into a game. But you don't see an awful lot in the sessions, to be honest. And the second time I was at a pre-match, I suppose, training was actually at the Hive in Barnet, and that was the last time we played England in Wembley in lockdown. I was able to go to that actually, so that was quite interesting as well. And yeah, the lads are all there just milling around. It's quite interesting actually watching the goalkeeper sessions. They're quite good. And what you actually see from the FAI, which we know they do now quite well, and the media kind of part of them, that they often will do kind of a audio. They'll clip up the goalkeepers and mic them up, and then you have the goalkeeper sessions, and you hear the interaction with it between the lads and stuff. So yeah, Dave was off there today, which is very good. And obviously, I can see a lot of Irish fans on social media are out there already. So do tag us in your posts and your videos and your photos. I think there's a late night party kind of planned tonight. It's a strange one. Lots of Irish over there already. They think there's going to be about 800. That's what the tickets have been sold so far for the match. So, and it is expected to be a sellout. I know the Irish Examiner are reporting as a sellout. That is largely on the basis of 31,000 are expected because Cristiano Ronaldo, it may well be his last Portugal appearance on home soil, as it were. Some people are assuming he will retire from international football after these Euros that are coming up and starting on Friday, of course. So let us know what you think. Do you think that's going to be Ronaldo's last performance on Portuguese home soil against Ireland? Give us your match predictions as well. Let us know who you want to see in Ireland starting lineup with John O'Shea. It's interesting today. He did speak in the media. Dave was there. We put up some clips on our YouTube channel as well. So do give us your feedback to those, of course, and give those a watch. But interesting seeing that he did speak about Tom Cannon, that there is speculation that he will cap him. He spoke also about oh, here he is, Dave. Sorry, Dave, I'm running the way. You can come back in when I'm done. And Dave, it's a bit worrying. You're saying you're live from Amsterdam. So, geez, that was a quick journey. I'm running the way, Dave, while you sort yourself out in more ways than one. Um, but, yeah, like I was saying there, to the viewers, yeah, do give us your thoughts. Do you think Tom Cannon will get his long-awaited debut for Ireland? A lot might have thought that wasn't going to be happening. Well, a while ago when a speculation he was going to go with England, but he's trained well, and John O'Shea wants him within the camp. He has spoken to the Irish media as well, so he can say like, it was never anything. It was the agent who was the main contact with England when they came calling, but he will be tied in if he comes and plays tomorrow evening, which will be really good because we haven't got many players probably of that caliber that we can choose from. I thought it was interesting as well. John O'Shea was asked about Bosun Lawal, who is a player that we spoke about quite a bit on the show in the past, and that's kind of, I'm going to give myself a bit of praise for this. I did tap up Mark O'Toole, who Mark O'Toole, if many of you don't know, is kind of responsible in England for finding players who are eligible to play for Ireland. And Mark O'Toole, I asked him a while ago which player he thought would be the one coming through in the next few years, and he did say Bosun Lawal from Celtic obviously has been on loan this year with Fleetwood. What I was reading in the media today, though, from John O'Shea's quotes is, this guy sounds like the next Paul McGrath. Talking about him playing centre back, talking about him playing in centre midfield as well. And John O'Shea has, for one of those players who, in his own career, John O'Shea, let's be honest, he kind of started off left back, didn't he? He played centre midfield. He's even played in goal for Man United, played centre back for Ireland, of course. He's played centre midfield there as well. Right back, very versatile player. He will know what Bosun Lual really needs to do. And he's given him advice, he needs to try and get himself established at a club where he's going to be playing regularly and cementing a position in the team. So that's my rambles on Bosun Lual. Dave,
there's your rambles there.
You able to join us now? You're live from Amsterdam. It's still a bit rubbery.
Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I hope everybody listening there has enjoyed the 2 minutes. I'm sure they did.
Basically, I do apologize, folks, but this is what happens. You see, this is the beauty of it. So I'm now on my Bluetooth speaker, so apologies for the sound there. But this is what happens, Martin, isn't it? When you go live and you're relying on shit Wi-Fi, and you just gotta go.
You sneaked into someone's garage to get your head down for the night. Fair play.
That was Amsterdam as well. So I'm not actually in Amsterdam. That is that's I don't know even if you can actually fix that. But yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. So yes, today's been a bit of a nightmare actually. So this kind of sums up the way the day's been going, Martin, because I got to the airport today and I flew in with EasyJet, and they had. Can I get a picture on here? Oh, I can. Oh, look, here he is. He's got a picture. And then basically, they made everybody. Oh, I don't have the picture. God damn it. They made.
For the love of God, don't start messing around with technology now when we've got you back on the show.
Yeah, no, don't care. But I got when I was getting onto the plane. Like I always have like the backpack, under the seat in front of me type job, and they made every single person get that and actually put it in, the thing that they lay on the side, and it never fits because it's on the side. It's not like flat. And it took me like about 15 minutes trying to get the fucking thing sorted. It was horrible. So that kind of annoyed me for a little bit. And you know me, Martin, I'm not one to complain.
You're not one who gets easily annoyed either.
Never. I am as cool as you like. So this is a great start anyway to our preview. But unfortunately, this is what happens when you are away. So I do apologise for a couple of snafus and.
Right.
God,
that's just what happens. So, Dave, tell me about Portugal. How good are they? They rested Ronaldo, didn't they, in their last game? John O'Shea did joke today that he hoped that would happen again.
Yes. Well, actually, do you know what, man? I'm going to be honest with you, right? A lot of people are turning around and they're going on about, Ronaldo this, Ronaldo that. Ronaldo is actually... This Portugal team are frightening. They have some serious talent on here. And a lot of the analysis I've looked at of Portugal, Ronaldo's actually hindering the team because he's 39. He's not mobile. And this is a team that needs to play. It changes positions. It's very fluid. It plays a 4-3-3 diamond. When you don't have the ball, but when you have the ball, they tend to attack the overlap the wing backs. So it's all about movement, and Ronaldo doesn't really give you that. So actually, they're probably doing better without him. But just to give you a flavour of this team, so Portugal, I should call it Ronaldo. Portugal is 6th in the world. Their manager, of course, is Roberto Martinez, and Anthony Barry is the assistant. They qualified undefeated during the Euro 2024 qualifying campaign, Martin. In fact, they didn't just qualify, they didn't drop a point. They played 10, won 10. Now, they had Slovakia, Luxembourg, Iceland, Bosnia, Liechtenstein. They scored 36 goals and only conceded 2, and that was in one game, and it's 3-2 went over Slovakia. And that was 7 games into the campaign. So this is a very, obviously, people are talking France and England. This is a team that people need to be talking about here. With Portugal, Ronaldo was the top goal scorer, of course, with 10 goals, and Bruno Fernandes had 6. The last 5 results, though, they lost to Croatia a couple of days ago. Um, they had 3 games in the warm up, or the last 3 games in the warm up. Most of them have gone 2, but they've gone 3. They beat Finland 4-2, lost to Slovenia 2-0, and they beat Sweden 5-2, and they beat Iceland 2-0. Of course, Ronaldo is the main man, but he's not the best player anymore. But let's be honest, we're all talking about him. He, Martin, will earn, if he plays tomorrow, his 207th cap. That's incredible. I didn't know he played 206 times. He scored 128 goals for the country, for his country. But what do you reckon? This could actually be his farewell, couldn't it? It could be his farewell Portugal game.
I made the point there when the pod was worth listening to, when you were struggling to get involved in it. That a lot of people are speculating it's going to be his last game on home soil. Look, I mean, Ronaldo, he's just an enigma, isn't he? I know he's gone off to Saudi and doing all that, but I mean, wherever he goes, he scores goals, and whatever, he's in absolutely brilliant condition. And all right, he might not be as mobile now, and that's the thing. Was criticised when he was at Man United that he's just adapted his game so well, but he's in fantastic condition, and if a chance falls to him, and inevitably, I think he's going to score, right? So they will play a certain way to kind of help that. And have that in their locker if they do. But I mean, they are a very fluid team, as you said, like Bruno Fernandes. Look, one of my favourite Man United players, who I think he got the Player of the Year this year for United, Dalot, the right back. Very versatile as well, can play on the left and right. Very good at going forward. He's kind of an example of how you can really kind of go, like how fluid they are and how attacking they are. And, you've got Felix as well. I mean, Jota, you've got an incredible team there, squad, that are very experienced from international level. Don't lose a lot of games. And just back to Ronaldo, like you said, I didn't realize it was that many caps for Ronaldo. And it just shows you, when we talk about Messi and Ronaldo and that debate, and I know we're not going to have it here tonight, but the thing about both of them is that they're very rarely injured. It's a kind of it's remarkable, really, that they have got, that they're always available on the pitch. And Bruno Fernandes, to be fair, has that as well. He's very rarely injured. So the top players, they do have that. And, Ronaldo just has that mad appetite, wants to break records and play. And
but
he will
I think it's a detriment.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will give up playing for them.
Yeah, but Yeah, but all he does, but he's just a hatcher, man. He doesn't actually contribute anything. He just hatches, and the rest of the team does all the work for him.
Yeah, but that's what does that matter? No, you can still win a tournament doing that, though. You can.
They are playing with 9 outfield men when Ronaldo plays, and I don't care what anyone says. He was a great player in his day. He just sits up the front. He doesn't do any backtracking.
Yeah, but you don't need
it
to.
actually.
But that's a ridiculous argument, because if ever you watch Messi, even in his pomp at Barcelona,
That's how he play.
Right? Messi used to never backtrack or anything. Like, he walked around, strolled around, found the spaces. It's an intelligence of a footballer. Teddy Sheringham was a little bit like it as well. They actually stay still, and they do a lot more damage then. Ronaldo, he just knows physically he can't do that anymore, that tearing around.
But hold on.
Wise to it now.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, their style of play, it does actually hinder them, because their style of play under Roberto Martinez is about fluidity, and he hinders that. He stymies that. I think they're trying to sort of respectfully edge him out the door, if I'm being honest. He is going to play, though. This is what Roberto Martinez had to say about it. You haven't read the quote from Martinez, have you?
No.
Okay. No, sorry. It's just, stealing my thunder. No, it's just, when I went a bit mad there for a second. Yet again, folks, do apologize for the sound quality, but this is what happens when you're on the road. It's rock and roll. But so basically, he hasn't played in the warm-up matches against Finland and Croatia, but is expected to play some part along with 41-year-old Pepe. Jesus. And Ruben Neves against Ireland in Tuesday night's friendly in Aveiro tomorrow night. Martinez told the press conference the plan is to have minutes. We need to have training, so I don't know if they will start or finish the game. But Pepe, Ruben, and Ronaldo will have minutes. So I think they're just slowly just trying to get rid of Ronaldo at the door. He's a bit of a. I know. Obviously, you're a United head, Martin, and haven't really said anything about Man United. You'll just jump on that grenade. But I do think that they'd be better served without him, or if they can convince him to come off the bench.
No, I think you start him without doubt, and I think with him in the Euros, I was looking at the betting earlier on top goal scorers and stuff, and it's Mbappe, Kane, and then it's Ronaldo. So the team has goals in them, and he's going to be the main threat for goals. Okay, Bruno will give something as well, of course, but like he's their top scorer in qualifying. There's still a lot that he can offer to that, and a good team will adapt around players. Even when it is coming to their end of their kind of their peak of their powers. But I think just his conditioning and where he is, people used to say like it didn't work out at United because he was up beyond it. He's not. He still went and scored loads of goals. All right in Saudi, but like he still scored loads of goals in the Prem
Yeah,
as
but
well.
to the detriment to the team, though. The detriment to the team. Come on now. Come on now, man.
No, I wouldn't have that. No, I wouldn't.
Come on now.
I
would have that.
I think a good player. You have to have a good player in it. Like players of that caliber, like even Zlatan when he was coming to the end of it, still scores goals. And it needs. Look, what is it? 3 group games, second round. And then quarterfinal, is it 6 games, something like that? It's moments in them games, fine margins, especially towards the end. The ball comes to Ronaldo, you'd be backing him to score, and
because he'd be sitting on a 6-yard box.
Yeah, but why not? That's what you got to have.
Well, we'll see, but this is a seriously good side. This Portugal side. I mean, this is really good. If they, we will. John O'Shea did speak about, changing mindset today. He talked a bit about that. Hopefully that wasn't an embargo section. But he's going to have players that are on the holidays, although hopefully Tom Cannon will come in and make his debut in time to the under-21s. But then you're gonna have a Portugal side that are gonna want to avoid injury at all costs. Now it's like when England lost the other night to Iceland. That's nothing. I guarantee you, Gareth Southgate turned around and said, "Look, don't get injured." He knows the starting lineup for the first game in Serbia. But I'd imagine Roberto Martinez first, starting lineup. Don't get injured. Don't do anything stupid. Don't get suspended. Don't get injured. Just, go out there, get a few minutes on your belt, and we'll take it. That's what I take. But this is a very good team.
It's
really
like
good
a
team.
conditioning game in a way, isn't it? But I think for us, it probably does mean something, certainly to us. Like we don't want to get hammered. We want to be putting a very solid performance. I'm interested to see how they're going to set up, and Mikey Johnson, he's going to play, which I'm predicting because I think that will be our kind of option tactically to kind of, break out, counter attack that kind of way, and even the mindset thing that John O'Shea maybe referred to today. We've got to go with that mindset of that we're going to be difficult to beat. And we're going to be a difficult team to break down and be very solid defensively. And I think that, I know lots of people will be calling for Jake O'Brien to play. Probably would like to see that myself, to be honest, just on the back of the performances the other day. But I think he'll go safe again, and I think he will rotate and he will bring players in and he will reward them. And they've had a good camp. They've had a bit longer together than usual. So, yeah.
Didn't John O'Shea say, though, didn't he say that he got a knock? And that's why he took him off.
Oh,
did you say that the other day?
I've not read anything about that at all.
So we won't go any. Yeah, if we can't confirm that, we won't. But I'm pretty certain I saw that. But I was watching today. Like they look pretty relaxed. Josh Cullen was in the press conference today with him, and it's all very nice. And so we didn't see too much in training because that's sort of kept behind closed doors. But this stadium, anyone just tuning in now, I do apologize. And the Wi-Fi's gone down on the laptop. I'm not in Amsterdam because the last time this happened was in Amsterdam, as Martin, I tell you. I'm destroying my phone data, probably using up all my minutes because I'm going off my plan. I've been awake since Sunday, 8 a.m. I have a fucking concert going on outside. Can you hear that now? Can you hear the concert now, Martin?
Yeah, I can do. Yeah,
you can hear it now. So I do apologize, but this is rock and roll, and this is what we do. Do I have the picture? I did have the picture of the train ticket. Hold on, sorry, folks. I'm scrolling through my phone. It's been a disaster, do you know that? Fucking hell. No, it's kicked off the train ticket. Well, look, here's a picture of the stadium.
Yeah,
Martin, what's it called? Yeah, what's it called?
Oh God, jeez, municipal, isn't it?
Municipal. Are you joking me? That's the name of it, is it? National. Holy
It is
Jesus! Don't
something
worry,
like that.
folks. It's the Estadio Municipal de Aveiro.
Yeah,
Rolls
there
off
you
the
go.
tongue. Excellent elocution over here. Hold on, I'm going to try and get the photograph of. See if you can see this. I'm going to try something different here. But this was, if you're coming over, right? If you're only doing a Martin thing, a Martin, you need to know this. Cash is king over here. It's another one of those. The transport system is confusing as fuck. I was on. I was trying to get the train from. So I flew to Porto. Went from Porto, got a taxi over to the stadium, which was in a place called Gunararo or whatever. And then I had to get a
What than
bus.
you have. Oh no, what Ganero? Sorry.
No, none of that on this. None of this. That was the last trip. Um, but no, and I had to get a bus then to somewhere, and then had to get a train station. It just was confusing. Bought a ticket. It's like, oh, €4, grand. Trying to get on the train. Apparently, that was the express. I was actually with Phil Quinn and a couple of lads there, and they like. I was told like 4 different things. So when you come over, be very careful of that. Like your Google Maps and all that. There's some weird rule here in Portugal where they haven't disclosed all the information. So if you go to London, you use City Mapper, you go to Dublin, you use City Mapper. It's quite transparent. There's certain bits of information that the companies won't give them. So it's very, very confusing. So do be careful of that. I found myself in a surreal situation where I'm trying to use the toilet. It's 50 cents, right? That's this little old lady, and she's talking to her mate, serving loads of people. Somebody is giving her €20 to break to go into the toilet. She's on her phone, and I'm trying to give her 50 cents to go into the toilet. It was just like, this is a national state. So just be very careful of that. It's a bit all over the place. It seems like a nice place, though, Aveiro. Have you ever been here, Martin? Is this your
No,
first
I've
time
not
here?
been there. No, so that's what I look forward to. It. So another stadium to visit. So yeah, I mean, look, I said that when you had your kind of Wi-Fi problems there, like it's expected to be a sellout, isn't it? 31,000. So yeah, hopefully it'll be good
Yeah.
atmosphere. I mean, we haven't got a lot in there. I think 800 we're traveling.
Well,
So
is
but
there?
it'll be decent. And
Yeah. I
again,
mean,
like we've not got a bad record against teams heading off to the Euros. Like, obviously, we beat Holland, didn't we, in their own backyard in Amsterdam?
yeah,
2004 was that? Robbie
it
Keane.
was. Robbie Keane. I can't even put the goal up on here because I'm using a
Yeah.
mobile phone.
But yeah, look, so we've done all right, but then again we struggled at 2016. I think we lost to Belarus in Turner's Cross when we went off, and we
we
had a very poor draw, didn't we, with the Netherlands in Dublin? That was boring as
we
anything.
always struggle. We always struggle in our final games. I remember what was it? USA '94 lost 3-1 to Czech Republic. World Cup '92 lost 2-1 at home to Nigeria. When we play away, when our last game's away, we always win it. Malta and what's the other? Norway actually was a draw. I think it was like a 0-0 draw in Norway. But anyway, we're going off topic there. But we will be live. Well, I'll be in the ground anyway. And I've been told, Martin, we have super high fast fucking broadband. I really hope so, because I don't think my 5 gigabytes that I'm allowed to roam with will take anymore. But yeah, but we will be live tomorrow before it. So it's a 7:45 start. Blew my mind, the fact that Portugal and the UK and Ireland are on the same time zone. I don't know what I thought it was. But
I thought it was
anyway,
different. No, I did as well. But that's not too bad, really, for people trying to travel back, obviously, to Porto after the game, because I think there is going to be a bit of a nightmare for Ireland fans trying to get out there because it's not got the greatest transport links, no public transport, I don't think.
Transport is mental over here, and do be aware of that, folks. And do your best. The tickets, when you go to most cities, the transport is quite user friendly. Like you put it into English, whatever. Some machines have that, some machines don't. I would consider myself quite well versed in traveling around, like yourself, Matt, traveling around Europe, and I couldn't make head nor tail of it. Never mind the lack of sleep. I just had to go to the ticket booths and say, look, what do I do here? And then even then, people will give me mixed information. So do be careful when you come over here. The transport system it's not user friendly whatsoever. So you just need to be careful of that. But yeah, we will be live tomorrow at 6:45. we'll do our usual like 25-minute sort of, with the starting 11. I'll be in the stadium for that. Martin, you will be our roaming report tomorrow, we hope, won't you? Might see you.
Yeah. If my travel permits, of course, yeah. But yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
well,
it. Like early start tomorrow, but yeah, look, off we go, and it's a quick turnaround trip. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it because it's a lovely country to visit, and I kind of want to
yeah,
kind of get behind the lads and see how John O'Shea gets on. I think it'll be
yeah.
quite interesting to see what he does tactically. And again, Portugal. I mean, we are a good test for them. I mean, their group. I'm just looking at it there. They've got Turkey, Georgia, and Czech Republic. So
Yeah, we play very like Turkey, don't we?
yeah, we do. Yeah. No, but like interesting,
That's
like Georgia,
it.
obviously with their manager. I will probably watch that to keep an eye on how he gets on because he's obviously been linked with the job. And you said
Well, yeah, that's a
I
point.
had said earlier, Mark Cannon was at training today, was he?
Yes, he was. He was just observing.
Oh right, okay.
Didn't say much to anybody. Just sort of kept himself to himself. He sort of walked past me.
He must have,
Yeah, I was sort of like uploading stuff up on the Twitter, and I just kind of put my head up and he walked past me. So interesting. He just seems like a very quiet, sort of bookish type guy. Like, it's hard to believe he was a footballer. But anyway, yeah. But they're all there in full force today. But yes, just before we get onto the comments, folks, we will be live at 6:45 from the stadium, and then about 5 or so minutes, probably a bit longer, Martin, because I'd imagine they're going to have some sort of display because it's a going away, isn't it? Before they had the first game, so might be a little bit later than
Might be a bit
usual.
of damp squib though, because if we've beaten them, they might not hang around. Obviously,
They might not have one. Remember that in Amsterdam where we got booed off the pitch, Dutch.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah. So after that, we will be live from the ground. And yeah, if this is your first time watching us on Republic of Ireland Player Tracker, because I'm looking at some huge numbers here for us, and thank you for that. This isn't normally the way it goes down, but you got to roll with it. We always have a plan B, Martin, don't we?
We do.
C, D, E, F. Because it always goes wrong. Anyway, right, let's try and get into the comments. Bear with me, folks. I am working on my phone. Apologies if you can hear your one singing in the background. Jesus. I might just go for a walk tonight, go down the other end of the village. Kyle Kane, how you doing, Kyle? He says, late. It is late. Yeah, well done. Owen Brosnan, this one to you, Martin. Thoughts on the career of Albert Luque?
Yeah, he's had a good career. Don't know what that's about, to be honest. I'll have a Luque later and see if I can find out.
Hey,
there you go.
Hey, 46. Yeah, Spanish footballer. Yes, I have Wikipedia here. I've got a Spanish page. Yes, well done to Albert Leake. Random comment. Nathan Fitzpatrick, Dave, get the 4G on. I do have the 4G on, and it's eating into it. P Ireland, how you doing, P Ireland, over on YouTube? Sorry, what is it there like? It's nice, but just to summarize it, transport is messy. I don't mean Lionel, and it's just very convoluted. So just be prepared for that. Give yourself plenty of time. It's not London. It's not Amsterdam. It's not like clockwork. It's very convoluted. The people are nice. It looks really nice. I'll walk down to get some water. I just have to get this. Not country, and they're playing with or without you, so they're okay with me. There you go. And Darren, hi lads, how you doing, Darren? A regular viewer of the show. Aidan, sorry, Ireland will be Portugal tomorrow. There you go, Martin. Is that your burner account, is it? Mr. Positivity over there.
John Delaney's one anyway. I think we should predict. I think what's going to happen. I'm going to be positive, and I really think we'll put in a good performance. I will frustrate them, and I think it might be an entertaining game. I think I'm going to go 2-2. I don't normally go for a lot of goals.
2-2.
2-2. Yeah, I think Ronaldo will score. I think Bruno will get one, but and then
I think
we'll score.
I think the only thing stopping us getting a mauling tomorrow, and I don't want to sound negative, is it's just because Portugal are that good, and it's the fact that it's a friendly and they don't want to get injured. That's it's It's
Yeah,
literally
but
the
I just think
last
it'll be
game.
open, and it's just just a bit of we've got nothing to lose really. We
Yeah.
don't have to shut up shop and go, oh, let's ground out a point here and stuff. I hope we're kind of a bit on the front foot, and
I
I
don't
think we
think
have
that's not
got
going to happen.
outlets.
That won't happen.
No, I think we've got like
No.
Schmodics and things. So we've got outlets, and we've got exciting players going forward. I think we
Well,
will, but I think we might get punished open. I think it'd be an open game. It wouldn't be
judging,
how I
I
would want
can't.
us to approach it if we needed a point and we wanted to get a result in the qualifier. I think we'll go a little bit differently.
I can't say what he said because it's embargoed for the next 22 minutes. Sorry, folks, but we have to go by the rules. But judging by what John O'Shea said about the mentality he's trying to create with the Irish team, it won't happen. He's going to make him talk. I can't quote what he said, but I can give you the sort of flavour of what he said.
I'm going to guess, and you haven't told me this, but we want to get back that kind of siege mentality. Be difficult to be horrible to play against, frustrate better football teams than others is what my guess would be. And that might be from maybe John did whisper that to me when we had that lovely photo and moment together in the Castle Knock not so long ago. So
you mean the pillow
that's
talk?
what I would guess. That's what I guess he would be saying, and I could understand that mentality because I think that's what he is trying to bring in. That we are just going to be tough to beat, and that's it.
Yeah. Moving on. Jim Bear, how you doing, Jim? Regular listener. Any chance of David, Martin, Nick, and Colin doing a show this summer discussing the prospects of the under-21s and lower team players you can see making an impact in the next two senior campaigns? Well, Jim, you never say never on this podcast, that's for sure. Won't dismiss it.
Yeah,
West Coaster.
Connor can be asked, kind of getting involved in it, or just is he just going to live off the 1-0 against?
You leave my son alone. you leave my son alone, Mr. Bandwagon over there. That's how you're fucking getting into the country tomorrow, isn't it? Bandwagon. I tell you, it was actually a nice flight today. I swear to God, I was on the plane, right? So I was still. What? No, not about the leg
too
thing.
much about travel and airports. Go on.
I'm here. I'm actually here, and I'm lowering my voice a bit because obviously it's 20:11, and I don't want to. I'm actually not.
Stelios isn't going to give you a free flight. Is it Stelios?
No.
Who's the orange man, wasn't he? Off the.
I'll take a £5 book voucher. I did actually complain to them because I thought it was really shitty way to treat people. I mean, if I was going up, and actually that's not what my original point was going to be. I was going up in a massive backpack. You know what I mean? And trying to get on like the one under the seat. Yeah, fair enough. But anyway, no, when the plane was about to take off, right, I was sitting on the back right, and there's a kid sitting like in the middle seat on the to the left, and he just started puking his ring up. Oh, Jesus! Just literally, we were getting ready to take off. We had to pause for a few minutes, and you had to treat him, and had to give. I always have wet wipes.
Yeah.
Class, and then had to give them to her. And then we take off, or we're taking off, and we're kind of going that way. And all of a sudden, then the woman in front of me starts puking. And jeez, I was not viral. It's a bit of a mad flight, anyway. Yeah, but it's all right in the end. So there you go. Lots of puke. West Coaster. Is Anthony Barry? See, this is what you get in this show, isn't it? You get all of that sort of inside track. We give you the real deal. It's like the following points of green. West Coaster on YouTube. Is Anthony Barry going to reveal all the secrets to Portugal and allow him to construct a devious plan to defeat us? I don't know about you, Martin, but I'm detecting a hint of sarcasm there. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, the
last time he was in like you
when he was in Lansdowne Road, wasn't it? You come on the screen,
Belgium.
didn't he? With come on the screen, didn't he?
He did. I took the pic. I took the picture of him on the screen with Henri on the bench, and that picture is doing the rounds, and everyone's claiming it's theirs, but that was actually my picture because it was on my screen. A bit like the picture of Dermot Morgan that Kenny McCoy took. Not Dermot Morgan, Jesus. Dermot Gallagher at the game in the Spanish game. Oh, was it the Germany game? Was it, or the Spanish game was in the crowd, and that was on the TV set, and everyone claimed it was theirs. That was actually Kenny McCoy's picture. That's his TV. Anyway. Kevin Guinness, keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Kevin, and do apologise again for the visual and sound quality and all this stuff. It's live TV, eh? Stephen Ring, evening lads. I think Tuesday proves that Jacob Wright has to start tomorrow. yeah, even if it's not that he had such a great game, but I thought he had a good game. I thought he was stable. I think it was a case that Shane Duffy had such a bad game as well. Mark. I think he just, I know they're tight for options because of a massive injury crisis. Egan's out and Nathan Collins is out and Mama Bombadeli is out. So Jacob Ryan, he has to start tomorrow, doesn't he?
Yeah, I would think so.
Kevin O, who plays in goal? Does he give the other keepers a run? Kevin, I can categorically say no. And unlike Martin, I haven't had the pillow chat with John. It's just literally no. He isn't going to take a chance. He's looking for a result here. Basically, his mindset is he's taking on the Ireland thing under an appalling record under the previous manager, and it's all a bit fractured and a bit shattered. And I think he just wants to really just build that siege mentality that Martin guessed about earlier on. But yeah, I think that's what he wants to do. And it's understandable because even if he's not the manager, and look, we beat a hungry team who were not, didn't want to get injured and we were on holidays, but still win. And we can get a positive result here tomorrow. That is, as somebody once said, Martin, chicken soup for the soul, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Like, he's looking back, John O'Shea, at, when teams didn't want to ever come to Dublin. And we need to get that. We need to have that, especially again playing England. Now we know England are going to be, a class above us. Whether we like to say that or not, we have to be honest. It's going to be a big ask when they come to Dublin, but we have to be on the back of good positive results and not on the back of a hiding against Portugal, because that just gives extra impetus to those teams coming there, nothing to fear. So if we can be organised and structured, I think we will have an opportunity, and I think I think that's what we have to get within the mentality of the squad. It's very, very important. A lot of these lads are young lads. You got to remember that as well, like Troy Parrott, Evan Ferguson when he's back, of course. Adamida, relatively inexperienced. Some of the boys come through. They've had less than 10 caps, so we do need to kind of look after them and make sure it's a good, positive experience playing and get the balance right. And yeah, learn on the job very much so for the players, but also John O'Shea, of course. So no, I just back to the question. Kelleher was an absolute colossus the other night. He was unbelievably brilliant the other night. Made some absolutely brilliant saves. He looked so much sharper.
Martin.
Usual.
Looks like you're coming around.
No problem with him. I just hope he moves on to finds a big club at last, and can have a good career and not be treated disgracefully. Give an opportunity.
Just has arguably the best goalkeeper in the world in front of him. Yeah, street disgracefully.
But he knows.
Anyway.
He doesn't have to disclose the secrets, does he, about Klopp anymore because he's moved on, so can't do any damage.
We're not getting involved in this.
No. In all seriousness, been absolutely brilliant. And I did say, I'm a big fan of Bazunu, but we're really, really blessed with our goalkeepers. Hopefully, Gavin's recovery is going very well, because we do want him challenging back to Kelleher, but this is an opportunity now, and I want a really, really good number one. I don't want it to in goal for Ireland and a fantastic backup. We're going to have that, but I think Kelleher will now cement number one for Ireland.
Moving on, Kevin L. The stadium looks like the Bertie Bowl, does it? Hold on. Let's have a look here. Which reckon, Martin? Sorry, getting there.
A little bit, but there's one of them standard ones, isn't it? A bit like the Emirates.
Yeah. It's actually very small. It only holds about 30,000. I thought it looks massive when you see the picture of it. Of course, the Bertie Bowl thing's at 80,000 seat Stadium Ireland. Don't get me. That was a podcast actually that we did before. Blue and Gold. How you doing, Blue and Gold? We need the up and coming lads to play and not JMCC. James McLean. Sorry. Lack sleep. He's a legend, but not the future. I think same said about Shane Duffy and Matt Doherty. Anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Connor, you used to or useless, bring me back. Connor, that's very hurtful. See what happens, Martin, when your kids turn on you. No respect. Blue and Gold, 2 homie bollocks, 4-0 Portugal. Did you say 2-2, Martin?
I did say 2-2. Yep.
Martin, Connor, all is forgiven, mate. I'm going to keep that seat nice and warm for you in Lansdowne Road in September.
Did you do a prediction? What did you say?
I didn't actually, did I?
No.
It's 2-0 Portugal. I think we'll be soundly beaten 2-0 Portugal. Sebastian Olsen, how you doing, Sebastian? Remember, betting suspended. Those are fun times. Yeah,
Seems a long time ago, doesn't it?
does, and then we actually have to talk about football now. Probably should have spoke to Mark about that. Kevin McGinnis, how you doing, Kevin? Does a heavy defeat tomorrow completely rule John Shea out of the running? No, it doesn't. Because not to get too bogged down in this, Martin, and shoot me down if you want, but no, I mean, I don't even think if he was to beat Portugal 4-0, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't mean he's the man for the job. It wouldn't prove anything, to be honest. There's so many factors at play. Here, it's not his team. He's picking a nice, safe squad. What would it be like if he was in charge? We don't know. It's just so much up in the air at the moment. And you got.
No, I'm not gonna go with it. You can't say it's not his team. It is his team. Like he is.
Are you calling a liar?
It's not really his team. No, the last one in March, I think he did say that I think he was probably a little bit dictated to. He's got a little bit safe with some of the choice, of course, but he is putting the team out there, and whatever way he might want to phrase it, John O'Shea, he's either auditioning for the manager's role now, or he's going to be a future candidate for the Ireland job in years to come. And everyone will look back and go, well, when he did it before as an interim, this was his record, this was his results. And you won't remember what players he put out on the pitch necessarily. You're going to just look at what he did tactically, and he'll be able to look back and go, well, we won 2-1, and it didn't matter that we played absolutely shite and it was a crap game. So I think, I know your point. I think what it is that he's not taking it that he's in charge of anyone's future. So he's not setting aside Shane Duffy. He's not upsetting James McLean too much.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I said from day one.
Yeah. But I think it's actually made it a little bit easy for him, the McLean thing, because McLean was kind of cut before John O'Shea came in. So he doesn't have to go back there because that ship sailed.
But that's why he's got
He has made some good decisions. I like the fact that he went with the halftime changes the other day. I like the fact he put on Obafemi. I like the fact he put on O'Dowda, who kind of rewarded his kind of faith in them, positive performances.
I must admit,
manage that squad well, and I think give them time. And I think it will be intriguing to see tomorrow Shane Duffy and Doherty if they start. Now, I would expect Doherty probably will, and I don't think Duffy will. But I think he will go with Doherty still.
I think he'll go with Doherty
tonight with legs maybe on the right wing back role.
Well, you see, I mean, he's going to know that the style of football Portugal prefer is obviously to overlap with the wing backs, and he's going to need someone to counteract that. I think that'd be very unfair. Who did he bring on? Was it Scales on for Doherty last time? Didn't he play as a right wing back?
Scales. No, he moved people around, didn't he? He changed the centre backs, and then he put in Coleman back in right.
That's right, yeah. Well, then actually, no.
And things.
No, do you know what? Actually, no. I think he'll drop Doherty, put Coleman as a right wing back, and then he'll probably go Scales, O'Shea, and he'll go with Jacob Bryan. That's who I'd like to see. And go Coleman, go with the experience, because you're going to need somebody who's smart, who's battle hardened. This is a serious team. That's how they like to play. They like to pull you every which way, and you're going to need somebody in there like Seamus Coleman. Unfortunately, he's 35, but he's the best we've got at the moment. So I think if Doherty plays tomorrow, I think it's just going to heap more misery on him. He needs to get a club. He needs to get out of Wolves, and he needs to find somewhere and just discover that he was a good player at one stage. I'm not saying not to put the boot into him, but he needs to rediscover that form, because he did well for Spurs for a bit, and he got injured, and that was it. He's never recovered. So anyway, we'll we'll move on from that. A few more comments coming in. Connor, thanks, babe. Thanks, Dave, babes. But this is war, Martin. Get that frog gone. Do you know, I'm so flattered. She's about fighting over me. You're fighting over my love, Martin. I love it.
Jesus Christ.
It's fantastic. See how weird it's.
He can have you. He can have you.
See how fucking weird it's gone. Lansdowne It's so warped. Lansdowne warped. Stephen Ring. How you doing, Stephen? As much as I am looking forward to the match tomorrow, I'm very intrigued for Crawley. Crawley, Jesus. I put the two names together, Crawford versus Carsley. Yeah, on the 21s game tomorrow. It's friendly tomorrow, isn't it? It's not a qualifier.
Is it Carsey's team? It's the under 20s England, isn't it? Am I wrong completely on that? Connor, font of all knowledge, you'll know that, won't you?
Yeah, he's under 21s manager.
It's not. Is it not an under 20 England team?
No.
So is he taking that team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the under 20. Yeah, Jesus, man. You should know that. It's your country. Yeah, looking forward to that tomorrow. What time is that on, actually? It's like a 5 o'clock kickoff or something, isn't it? One man.
I don't know.
Find out for me. I can't. I've got one hand. You don't want to see what my right hand's doing. I'm on the continent in a hotel room on my own. What am I supposed to do with Wi-Fi that doesn't even work? But find out. That's your mission. Find out what time it's on. John Muckin, Portugal look poor against Croatia, but I think we lose 4-0.
Sorry.
Wow,
I'm going to jump ahead a little bit now. I'm jumping ahead in here now, right? It's not Carsey's team. I'm reading some comments that are coming from Connor. It's England 20s. The 21s aren't playing this month. Unfortunately, Martin the Fraud is correct on this. The game is at 3. Thank you very much, Connor, for clarifying. You should know this is your country. I did know it.
Yeah, I was right. I was right. I was
right.
No, hold on. You asked me who Lee Carsley managed, and I said England under 21s.
No, Stephen Ring said, I'm looking forward to the match. I'm very intrigued for Crawford versus Carsley.
Yeah, but me.
Are they having a scrap? I'm not sticking Stephen Ring out, but are they having a scrap in the car park? What's he on about? You went, oh yeah. You got all giddy and excited and went, oh yeah, Carsley, oh yeah, I forgot that.
No, I merely pointed out to you that Lee Carsley is sorry, Stephen, I am throwing you under the bus, mate. It's what I do. I said that Lee Carsley was the under 21s manager. Yeah. If Steve's got his facts wrong, and
that's got to do with anything. They're not playing.
But everyone keeps going on about it. But it is.
You know what? Gareth Southgate's the England manager. What's the relevance? What's the relevance to that comment? Nothing. There was no relevance. You saying Carsley's the only England under 21 manager. They're not playing. That's my point. Thank you.
We'll agree to disagree in that one. But there you go, Connor. You're sacked. Back to the point. Yeah. Fucking, you're delighted with yourself with that one, aren't you?
I am fucking well delighted. I am. If you see me tomorrow in Aveiro tomorrow and you've watched the show, please come up and just if you want to check how England and Ireland got on and not Stephen Ring, I'm not digging you out, but Dave, just to let you know, we'll raise a glass to Carsley's England. Even I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, it's all over social media. It's all over the political Irish Twitter. John Muckin, anyway, he says we're going to lose 4-0 to Portugal tomorrow night. I don't think it'd be 4. I think it'd be 2. What's the difference, really? Blue and gold, lads, on a serious note, love the way the fans have to say and you interact well and discuss the listeners' views. Great stuff. Come on, you boys, screen. Thank you very much, Blue and gold. We are not paying him to say this, by the way. It's very kind of you. And I was actually having a conversation with somebody today, and they said that's what they love about this show as well. And they said that, it's different. We give the fans their say. We give you their say, just don't be silly about it. Say what you want. And and thank you. And we're reaching a whole new audience. I've got some great numbers on tonight. It's fantastic stuff, even though we've had a complete mare. I've had a complete nightmare with technology. Has not been my friend today. Thomas Flaherty, Roy Keane for the job. John O'Shea is number 2.
That's my other burner account.
That is.
Yeah, look, no, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Roy's too comfortable with his media duties, and chatting with Jill Scott on the overlap and trying to be
I've stopped
funny
watching
and
that.
one-liner stuff. Oh, there was
I've
a good
stopped
one today
watching
with Vieira though. Vieira, he fell for it. He fell right into the trap. But you know it's coming, didn't you? You just knew, and it's But
Nah, I can't watch it anymore. It's an old boys network now. Like it's just his mate Wayne Rooney's part of it. The lad can barely string two sentences together. I mean,
do you
neither
know
can I.
something interesting?
But,
But in all seriousness, you know the because it did get out a bit diggy. You know about the masseuse thing, yeah. You know when he's digging out the masseuses and they buy cars and stuff. That was on the one that Rooney was on, wasn't it? Yeah, I think. Yeah, that
mm.
right. So we both listened to Under the Cosh. Under the Cosh had a really good interview with Rod Thornley. He was Ben Thornley's brother. He was a masseuse at Man United.
Excuse me.
Became
Sorry.
best mates with Wayne Rooney, right? Like played golf in America with Donald Trump when he was with Rooney. Like, and he talks about it on the Under the Cosh podcast. But he talks about the clips have gone viral again now of him buying Ronaldo's car, setting up a date with Danny Minogue and all that stuff. But like, Rooney's sitting there, like listening to like Roy Keane kind of basically dig out masseuses, and that's his mate. Basically, he's moaning about Rod Thornley. It was quite funny, really, if you know the kind of background as I did. I was thinking, Jesus, well deep that.
But that's obviously why Roy was doing it, wasn't it? Just to try and get reaction out of Wayne. And Wayne said, "No, I can't watch it. I can't stand Wayne Rooney. Great player, phenomenal player for the early part of his career, but the lack of barely string like two sentences together.
Man. You're a bitter man.
No, it doesn't add anything. I'm sorry. Just going back to Irish Jedi. If you were in charge of on a full time basis, would you shoehorn players into a 4-3-3, even though we don't have lots of wingers, or stick with the wing backs, even though we've seen the failings? Do you know, I think when the whole Stephen Kenny thing came in, I was a bit of a dreamer. You know, lay all my cards on the table. I was a total dreamer. I thought, yeah, we could play it. You know, it's just, you know, we never had the manager to fully believe in us and we can do it. And then Stephen Kenny came in and just wasn't working. It just didn't work, did it? But I think the problem is that under Martin O'Neill, it went too far the other way, you know, where he's like talking down players. I don't have a Robbie Keane anymore, you know, and you know, what's that say to the forwards you do have? I think you can have a nice blend. I think you can be. Is it past 11? Yes, it is. If you've been horrible to beat, so I'm not breaking the embargo, you can be horrible to beat, which is what John O'Shea wants to do, but you can also play a bit of quality, and that's what John O'Shea wants to do. So I don't think we're seeing his exact team at the moment. I think you'd see a different setup if it was his team. But yeah, that's what he wants to do. Sorry, I've gone off on a tangent.
This embargoed section now, Dave. We should be doing a Patreon to let people know this kind of stuff.
We are not here to pimp out the Irish football team. Goes, not Carsey team.
Can I not talk about the 4-3-3? No, just Mr. Tactical Analysis over there. I'm a bit of a traditionalist though. Like I think we've all jumped into this three at the back because Pep and everyone reinvented football and all that kind of stuff. So they try to do these things. I'm a traditionalist. I like to see really fast wingers delivering the ball into the box, to be honest. And I think that's a key thing we have to have with Ida and Evan Ferguson up front. They need service, basically, those types of forward. So I like that, but you know, we haven't really had a high quality level of wing backs to be able to do it. So you know, and we need I think there's bigger problems than even figuring out the formation for us. We need a proper midfielder in there who can control the game. And I know that you were there at the press conference today. I'm sure you had a chat with Josh Cullen and passed on your sympathies with him being relegated and told him that you predicted that was going to happen. So yeah, let's go on to the next comment now, because this is good. This is going to be when Connor chats about the England's under Lee Carsley.
No. I actually just want to go back to Josh Cullen there. We're not in a rush here, Warren. I'm not. My bed is just there. Here's my bed there. Woo. Yes. No sharing it, sadly. Some sexy cushions though.
Yeah.
But they actually asked him about what did you think about the whole instant company thing, and he just went, yeah, no, we wish him the best of luck, and one reporter joked, and are you expecting a phone call from a company, and it was all taken in good in good jest, as it was meant. But yeah, he did say that he enjoyed playing the Premier League, but it was a hard one to take. So, but no, I'm not like you, Martin. I wouldn't kick a man when he's down. Good man when he's down. So here we go. Let's get it out of the way. Connor, not Carsley team. Jesus, Connor. That's a yellow card. It's England 20s. The under 21s are playing this month. So the England under 20s are playing the Irish under 21s. Have I got that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I am right.
A mismatch. Yes, fortunately, Martin Fraud is correct on this. Connor, I am disappointed. And the game's at 3 o'clock. Good man, Connor. See, that's the kind of knowledge that we get. And Connor is, in case you're wondering, for our Republic of Ireland player tracker page, he is the guy that runs that. So you need to follow us instead, because if he's giving out that sort of false information, no, I'm just joking. He's a good guy. He does God's work. And if you don't follow Republic of Ireland player tracker, do. It's very good. You want to find out what's going on. Young players coming through. He's the man. He's an encyclopedia of knowledge. Although sometimes he gets it wrong.
Yeah, even
to
though
be
he's
fair,
going to be digging me out
he
in
was
the
quick to
comments to
correct
come
it.
now, I do want to say I thought it was fantastic coverage of the under 21s. That is the Ireland under 21s the other night when they played, because Connor was obviously found a live stream of it, watched it, was posting up videos as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, fair play. Connor done a fantastic job with that. And I'm looking forward
It's really
to
good, yeah.
a bit of coverage tomorrow when they take on England's under 20s. Smug.
Yes. Jesus. Fucking where I smiled for a month. West Coaster, how you doing, West Coaster? The thing that strikes me most about these 2 weeks and 2 meaningless games is what a wasted opportunity it's been for a new manager to familiarise himself with his new team. Yeah, nail on the head there, West Coaster, 100%. That's the most disappointing thing, because John O'Shea doesn't get it. It just seems all a bit of a waste of time. Well, other than if he gets like 2 good results.
You did miss the comment just before that one from Irish Jedi.
Oh, sorry, I am on my phone. Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Irish Jedi. Do you think John O'Shea would accept a number 2 role now under an outside manager, or would he feel he has been disrespected by the process to step away? I think it depends on what discussions he had with Mark Cannon or whoever, and he said, "Look, you're not ready to be the main man, but I want you to be the next person's number 1, but you will be the main man after that." I think if he has agreed to that, I'm not privy to any conversation. I'm not saying that's what happened. Well, I think that's what a responsible director of football would do. And if he's agreed to that, then he'd agree to it. But if he hasn't had that discussion, and yeah, he just replaces him, tries to get him, and he might just go, "Do you know what? I'm going to go for a championship club or a League One club and take it from there." What do you reckon, Martin?
I think he would come in as a number 2, depending on who it is. If it's someone who he thinks is more kind of experienced and senior than him, let's be honest, that's quite a lot of people would be. But I think it would be someone he thinks is going to be part of that FAI pathway, because he'd have to respect that that's why that person's been brought in. And they do want John O'Shea as part of this kind of that pathway too. So I think it could work that way. But then for a new manager, it's a little bit like the Robbie King kind of situation, having a longer contract than Mick McCarthy and thing, wasn't it? That you've got someone who can be a candidate for the job, looking over your shoulder and part of it. So part of me thinks he probably would end up walking away if it wasn't an Irish person who he knows and perhaps has worked with before.
Yeah, I think he's got the patience of a saint, to be honest with you. Stephen Ring, any chance Connor could take Dave's seat? What have I done?
Yeah, well,
Jesus Christ!
We will work on it.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of me. Nah, I'm like Boris Johnson, can't get rid of me. Connor, any more cheat towards me, and I'll take the stream down on Republic of Ireland player. Martin, you apologise to him. You apologise to him right now.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
A little bit of Father Ted there for you.
Yeah. Was that what it was? Kazi, Martin, dunk on this David Dunn character for us, will you?
Just slam
What?
dunk you. I think slam dunk you in my knowledge.
All right. I thought you meant actually like physically pick me up. Have you seen the size of me? It's amazing what a week out of the gym can do. Out of the gym, I'm not. Anyway, Irish Jedi, completely agree on the overlap. What? Irish Jedi, completely agree on the overlap podcast, feeling repetitive. From an Irish point of view, it's sad to see Vikings sitting around like an old man telling stories. Get back out there and prove yourself. I think that's exactly what he's doing, unfortunately. Stephen Ray, I think it's time we do a Mike Bassett and go back to a 4-4 fucking 2. Interesting. Connor, it's 11. You can spill the beans on a Bargo section. We just did. And Connor says, thanks, lads. Good, because you. Oh, well, actually, I think, yeah.
I praised his
I think he said.
coverage.
I think he sent us his threat before we praised him. Connor says, might be tough to get a stream for the under-21s games tomorrow match. The other was on Croatian TV. Not sure Ireland versus England will be. Is that also in Ireland as well, Connor? John Muckian, although I never fully agree with Crawford, he gets results and he plays some good stuff at times. I wouldn't rule him out as a national team manager in, say, the next 5+ years. It's a decent show. Listen, if he does the business, why not? Irish Jedi again. Diddy a man on RT last week insisted that we need an Irishman in charge where the job is a passion. Literally just had that. Why should we pigeonhole ourselves into an ex-player or Irish coach? And then Connor wraps it up and says, "Go on, Stephen, you legend." And Connor says, "Under 21's game is in Croatia." Yeah. Ah, okay. So it's a mini tournament. Gotcha. Sorry. And I think, Mark, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us. You have to go to bed early and get your flight. And I'm going to see you tomorrow. And hopefully, I'm going to see you guys out there as well. And that is our Roar Faithful. We will be live. We have loads of stuff actually coming up on the Twitter and the Facebook channel tomorrow. A couple of clips of previous games between Ireland and Portugal. We have a few facts and figures. So stay tuned to that. That is our Twitter, Instagram, and our Facebook account. And if you wouldn't mind, give the old YouTube channel a subscribe. We're trying to grow that, and we got more stuff lined up. Like I've got loads of footage from games that I went to like 5 years ago that I haven't put up there, Martin. I need to do something about that. But yeah, we are looking to grow the YouTube channel. So look, what is that?
No, I'm just like, no, it keeps cutting out.
What'd
Your
you say?
Wi-Fi. It's no, the Wi-Fi. I'm laughing because the Wi-Fi went a bit wrong again. That's all. You're doing a lovely night, everyone, and but it cut out. So that's why I laughed. Sorry.
All right, fair enough. No, because it cut out, and I it's just went.
That's all. No,
Yeah,
but no,
fair enough.
thanks everyone for your input. It really is good, and it doesn't mean a lot to us. And we do consider ourselves a voice of the fans, where you get your say. And Dave,
You do get your say.
look after yourself now. Get a good early night's rest. Well, get a good night's rest, Dave, and enjoy the
She's
singing.
fucked off anyway.
All right.
No, she's fucked off now. Thank God. Windows are closed. I have, yeah. Sent a few to. No. But yeah. Anyway, we're back tomorrow live. We're going to be on at 6:45 for the pre-match when we get to starting 11. I'll be on there, so do join us for that. And then, of course, after the full-time whistle, and it depends if they have like a firework display or a dance thing. Remember, they had that with the fucking Dutch game in Amsterdam, and we had to like go again because they had like some DJ set. So it might be a little bit delayed, but we will be live tomorrow for the post-match aftermath. And of course, on Thursday, we will be doing a window recap, and that will also be live. Time is just to be confirmed on that one. And that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Martin, thank you for coming on. You are the Roar Faithful. You're a beautiful bunch, and it would be nothing without you. And we are glad that we are the voice of the fans, and we let you have your say, because let's be honest, that's what it's about. Anywho, I'm off to bed. I will bid you a good night, Martin, and sleep tight. And hope to see you guys tomorrow. And I've gone past a bloody video. All right, there we go. Here we are now. Right. Anyway, I'm David Dunn. He's Martin Prendergast. This has been a fucking disaster from start to finish. Nah, it hasn't actually. And yeah, enjoy the game tomorrow. And Come on, you boys, some green.